you clicked on the video. As I'm writing this, Smiling Friends will be officially ending after 3 seasons. Those seasons combined are as long as the first Simpsons season, which honestly sucks. Ever since the pilot, aka the first episode, came out in 2020 when I was 11 years old, I just fell in love with it. And then in 2022 I watched every episode of season 1 on the Channel 4 app. I was a bit young to be watching the show, I really shouldn't have been watching it then. Then season 2 came out in 2024 and I loved that too. And now it's 2026 with season 3 coming to a close next week as I'm writing this, the last season of the show. For a long while, Smiling Friends was my favorite adult swim show due to its top-notch absurdist humor and fun and wacky adventures and characters. Also being my favorite adult animated show out of all of them. The art style of the show and the animation is pretty unique, and honestly there's not really much adult animated shows that has come out as of recently that have a visual appealing art style. One show I can think of is Panty and Stocking, though that might be cheating cause that's an anime, though it is inspired by American animation, so I guess it counts. Anyways, recently, somehow Smiling Friends became my favorite show of all time. I just don't know how it happened, but it did. I just smile a lot every time I watch the show. No pun intended. It's just so hilarious and enormously creative with its episodes, gags, and jokes, provided by the goat Zach Hado, aka Psychic Pebbles, which you didn't know it was the guy who made the animated version of that flipping video where that guy I think one driver was crashing out in it. Shit was so funny. And Michael Cusack, who had their start on Newgrounds. But also credit to the rest of the crew who put their all into making this an amazing show. Smiling Friends honestly means a lot to me and it's sad to see it go. I literally pirated the season 3 episodes because Adult Swim left Channel 4 in favor of HBO Max coming to the UK. So I couldn't watch season 3 legally, but I didn't care. I only pirate when I'm desperate. Not to sound corny, but that's how much I love the show. It's genuinely a work of art, and it deserved the attention it got on the internet. I understand why the creators ended the show though. To make a show like Smiling Friends, which has such creative animation and styles, is tiring and it really burnt them out. It would have been nice for it to go on hiatus, but it's officially ending. They did say if they feel like it might return for a special or more episodes, but yeah, I guess we live in a world where Smiling Friends is ending, but Rick and Morty is still getting more seasons, with season 9 coming out soon this year. But you know what? I respect Hado and Cusack's decision, because unlike Rick and Morty, Smiling Friends will never fall off, and the creators know that just milking a cow for too long will make it become stale. I do like Rick and Morty season 7 and 8, but the damage to the show's reputation is done. It fell off after season 3, and even then season 3 didn't really live up to the quality of the first 2 seasons. I don't think it will ever be as good as it was in its prime. All good things have to come to an end, and Smiling Friends is one of them. However, this will have a positive impact on the quality of the show. It would have been nice to make the renewed seasons 4 and 5, but the show is Hado's and Cusack's. It wouldn't really be the same without them, as it wouldn't capture the same spark. Also, a huge fucking W to Adult Swim for allowing the creators of Smiling Friends to actually end the show. Smiling Friends is honestly one of the highlights of this decade, and I'd honestly rewatch the show multiple times in the future. Smiling Friends will be remembered for many years to come. Thank you Zach Hado and Michael Cusack for making Smiling Friends and for making us laugh and have a great time.
Smile, smile, won't you feel it? Oh, smile.